People in America are comparing our times to this dystopian novel, 1984, written by George Orwell in 1948, where a totalitarian government uses technology and media manipulation to control people. In this book, the party scrutinizes all human interaction. People are monitored through telescreens by an all-seeing big brother. Think Twitter files here. The language is doublespeak, where words do not mean what they once did. And it's a pretty good comparison, I think. But I think this Orwell novella, Animal Farm, penned a few years before 1984, is a better comparison. In Animal Farm, the beasts of burden rebel against their master, Farmer Jones, and take control of his holdings. The newly liberated animals paint a list of 7 commandments on the barn to govern themselves. A Bill of Rights, you might say. And among these 7 commandments, 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. Others forbid an animal for taking on the habits of their oppressors. No clothes, no beds, no alcohol, and most importantly, all animals are equal. Through the course of this book, the animals labor and die to build a more equitable society than they had laboring under the yoke of Jones. That's what they thought, at least, until one evening the animals noticed the lights on in the old farmhouse. They crowded around a window and looked inside. And what did they see? The pigs, the one-time equals of the outdoor animals, were now wearing clothes. Some pigs stood on their hind legs smoking pipes. Others were seated at the dining room table eating meat and drinking wine with the farmers. The pigs' faces were now indistinguishable from their one-time masters, the farmers. The pigs had made themselves the elite, the ruling class who convinced the rest of the animals that they did the most important things on the farm. Stuff like thinking, reading documents, and sleeping till noon. The animals, the ones on the outside looking in, suddenly realized they'd been duped, that the commandments on the barn had been altered. All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others, it now read. And so it is in Michigan. The pigs have become liars and manipulators. The ruling class has left us to drink poisoned water, locked up to die in nursing homes. They bray about the dignity of the working folks, these feckless jackasses who never pulled the plowshare. They have no special skill set. There are no geniuses among them. They're fucking lawyers, for God's sakes. But the writing on the barn says something different now. Consider, last week, I came into possession of sensitive legal documents concerning the Flint water poisoning. Attorney General Dana Nessel had neither the brains nor the ability to bring the cabal of municipal poisoners to justice. Now Nessel buries both the faces and the facts. The documents are supposed to contain the names of the Flint suspects and their alleged crimes, but Nessel has hidden their identities from public view. The documents are blacked out, and no media followed up on that report, except this high school kid in Davidson, Michigan. Good for him. Maybe there's some hope for the future. Watch him corner her.
Every aspect of your life will be impacted by whether or not you vote.
That perfectly transitions into the Flint water crisis. Do we have any updates on the investigation?
Not at this time, no.
Really? All right, so it's been 10 years. Do you think justice is going to be...
Oh.
She can't even take a hardball from an 11th grader. I bet
That
former
was
Governor Rick Snyder and his band of nasty nerds are sleeping real easy tonight. And it's the same with nursing homes. Thousands died in the dark in Michigan. We don't know how many because Governor Whitmer continues to cover it up. Remember, an independent audit that we pushed for proved it's thousands of people more. But even with her fake numbers, Michigan was among the worst in America, and it all remains in the dark. The state's pandemic response was a shameful exercise in political hackery rolled up in irony. Whitmer locked down our school children with the pretense of protecting our seniors, who in turn were locked away and died at alarming rates, unseen and undercounted. Now grandma's gone, Gabby can't read, and Gretchen casts her eye towards Washington. And she lied about the simplest things. Remember this from a few weeks back on this program with former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo?
You said you always were in touch with these governors. You would chat with them and ask them questions. Did you happen to talk to other governors about the nursing home situation? And did you talk to Cuomo about it at any point?
I never talked. I mean, didn't have a relationship with him.
True or false?
Well, a relationship is a question of perspective. If she says we didn't have a relationship, we didn't have a relationship.
Did you ever talk?
Well, I'm sure you have a press release that we both did. I'm sure that didn't happen anonymously.
Did you ever talk about nursing homes?
I don't recall specifically what we talked about. Well, that topic of that press release was the nursing homes.
Karen, no media picked that up in Michigan. They picked it up in New York.
That's unbelievable, Charlie, that nobody paid attention to it or said anything else about it. Like, why? I mean, why? But this is why our elected officials continue to do what they want to do because there's no oversight and no accountability, and they know it.
No pressure to
There's
do the
nothing.
people's bidding. That's why we're going to have Nasser Beydoun. He's running for U.S. Senate on the Democratic side. Let's see what he's got to say, right? This isn't even about party or
No.
whatever, man. Okay, but you're right, because Nessel refuses to investigate the sort of debacle that is infected with special interest money. If you don't believe me, Nessel took $10,000 from the nursing home lobby last year, and Whitmer took over $40,000. And here's Nessel as the keynote speaker at the nursing home lobby's breakfast just last year.
And I'm just tired of hearing it regurgitated over and over and over again that terrible things happen at your facilities. It's not true.
Listen to that smattering of bullshit applause. Even
No,
they're like,
because they knew she was lying.
the fuck? Can we have an investigation?
Wow.
Now, meanwhile, no one in Detroit will pay the price for the thousands, probably. We never really got any testing, and I'm going to try to raise the money and do some random testing. Thousands of demolition holes filled with poison dirt. That crime cost the city taxpayers at least $15 million without having a holistic sampling. But Mayor Mike Duggan and his dogs didn't have to pay it. We did. In fact, Boss Hogg will skate free since his pals in the Biden and Obama administrations let the statute of limitations lapse on most of the alleged crimes like bid rigging, price setting, collusion. There's no records of where the dirt came from, so they can't charge anybody. Real friendly. And yet, here's Biden's new commercial, right? About clean air in Detroit and how he's helping here. Is going to run during the Lions game this weekend.
Coming from where I come from, I've learned that what makes a better life is having economic freedom and economic options. My name is Darren. I'm the founder of Just Air, a green technology company. Everyone deserves a livable wage, access to clean air, access to clean water. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are investing in our community. These policies are helping to support small businesses like mine, allowing us to really grow and create jobs. We have a president that actually just cares about the work and cares about doing stuff that helps everyday people.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Okay, well, I wonder if that guy, that Detroit guy who's being helped by Biden, who tests air, I wonder if the dude can test dirt because our kids are playing in the contaminated lots.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor!
I got to go find those kids these years later. What happened with these guys? And then, okay, Flint poisoned holes. Let me tell you something, man. There's a guy, David Masseron. We got a picture of this guy. There he is. There's good old Dave. Now, Dave was the bond attorney. He was the lawyer for Flint, for Genesee County, and for the Carragandi Water Authority, the new water system. He's the one that put the deal together. His name, I'm told, is buried under the black lines that Nessa won't let us see. Then where does he go after that? They get him out of Dodge and he comes to Detroit and he's the chief operating officer while the poison dirt is getting put in the holes. Then Whitmer takes him. He's too hot for Detroit. Whitmer takes him for a year and he becomes the budget director, although the guy's not a CPA. And then they move him over to Wayne State University, where he's the financial director, but he's not a CPA.
And then
And now he's got a new job. GM has hired him as the head of development and real estate.
interesting.
But he's a fucking lawyer. Look at this. Look at this.
Mm-hmm.
Revolving chairs, man. When you're plugged in, that's the swamp.
Yep, that's the plug, Charlie. That's the plug.
And you read all these, okay, the announcement. Nobody wrote a word about his role in Flint or his role in Detroit, even though this stuff was international headlines for a hot minute.
Nope. They stopped doing that a long time ago, Charlie.
Oh, fuck.
They
Off.
stopped doing
Where's the
that.
kid from Davidson? Let me give him
I
a
know.
job. Got some balls. Yeah, what about 10 years later, man?
Hey, he'd be great. Let's get him on the show.
I know, I'm going to find a kid. Hey, kid, I'm sorry, I didn't write your name down. All due respect. We'll push it out there like there is hope for the future, right? There's a kid with a set of balls. Because we the people are out in the cold, blindly snapping at each other's snouts, chasing each other's tails. Meanwhile, on the other side of the plate glass window of some fancy restaurant somewhere, our supposed fellows, the political pigs, the lapdogs of the mainstream media, and the financial fat cats are laughing it up over whiskey and pork chops. You know what I hear a lot? Charlie LeDuff newsman, I thought you were dead. I'm not dead. I'm doing the news, the real news, right here, the No BS News Hour. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Facebook, Odyssey, or download it wherever you get your podcasts. Power the people.